So let's go ahead and begin the tour where all tours should begin, at the bar with the St. Pauli girl sign in the background. And after having a drink, let's go ahead and walk into the arcade here. If you remember way back in the day, this was a door that was like 29 inches wide, so I widened this all the way up to a 36. Plenty of room for bringing in arcades, both big and small. All right, here we go. You're going to see some changes right away if you've not watched the channel for a while or you saw the previous arcade tour. This whole side here is bare, naked. There's nothing here. I just finally sold the last arcade 1-up, so now this is going to be my blank canvas to do with whatever I want. Got some big plans, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. We are concerned more with what is going on right now in the arcade. So no changes to the aesthetic. The carpet is still the same. Obviously, the walls are still black. The drop ceiling is still here. Some people hate the drop ceiling. It is what it is. Let's start with the first arcade machine that you see right here. It is an arcade 1-up, and this is not just any arcade 1-up. This is my custom X-Men 97 that I did a PCB swap with X-Men Konami game. This is an arcade 1-up PCB swap. So there's nothing funky going on here. If I have any issues or problems, I can just swap out another X-Men PCB. See, there's the marquee. A little bit washed out, but hey, that's okay. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Control panel in full effect. Looking great. I really love, I rounded over this corner. I rounded over this edge, and I really didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal. Almost didn't give it much of a thought when I did it. But after having this rounded edge here, playing is it's just awesome. I absolutely love having this rounded over edge. It's very, very comfortable. Wish arcade 1-up would have done more of that, but hey, it is what it is. The design is the design. Still love this cabinet. Still working great. Still looking good. Lit coin doors as always. And then let's slide on over to the next one. Another arcade 1-up with no lit coin doors at all. Actually, this thing didn't even have a lit marquee when I first bought it. It's Ninja Turtles. It's the original 3rd generation. Had the wooden marquee back in the day. That was one of the first things I had to do once I got the cabinet, is swap that out. I have not had any issues with Ninja Turtles at all. Not one single issue. Everything works great on it. I have not swapped the buttons out yet. That's actually something I'm going to get around. I've never really gotten around to doing it, but I'm going to do it now. The buttons are ordered. They're coming in. I did swap out the bat tops, or the ball tops, with these bat tops. That was one thing I definitely did do. Brand new, thicker deck protector. That was years ago at this point. This thing is still holding up awesome. The company that did this is no longer doing this for arcade 1-up. They're really not doing it at all, so it's kind of sad, because that was a great upgrade for sure. Monitor still looks great. Everything still works like it should. Great cabinet. My first new cabinet. Something that I'm probably just never, ever going to get rid of. Moving on over to the third arcade 1-up, T2, in all of its glory. I added the molded coin door and the lit buttons. This did not have this at all. Just a solid black front with T2 lettering on the bottom. That's it. So that was something I had to absolutely have. The beautiful marquee from Joe Sabo. If you've actually been watching this channel for a while, you know about the toothpick mod. If you don't know what the toothpick, if you know what the toothpick mod is, go ahead and put it in the comments section, and you get extra bonus points if you know what the toothpick mod is. But that's a great looking thing. The stock marquee from arcade 1-up was not good at all. Something else I did do is modify my guns. These guns have been painted black, and then I added an LED strip. Blue for player 1, red for player 2. Up here on top, I got some negative feedback from some people in the comments section talking about, I would never do that. You're going to add too much electrical load to the system, and you're going to cause an issue. Not had an issue with this at all. This is just a small strip of LEDs, and it really didn't take up much power at all. Only 5 volts, so not bad. These things still work great. I also weighted the guns, and I have not done any modding as far as the PCB at this time. In the future, maybe. I would like to get the hack out there that maybe add a few more games on this. Just a couple more. Not much. But for now, the PCB remains stock. I do have the riser from Joel, the inline riser, so we're going to go with a +4 on the bottom, get rid of those plastic risers, and I'm also going to upgrade from a 17 to a 19. That Buy Stuff mod is on the way, so we're going to swap that out for sure. And, I wonder who has the high score. All of the high scores. So there's T2 in all of its glory. Moving on over to Road Blasters, my childhood, just fondest memory, or one of the fondest memories as far as arcades are concerned, is playing Road Blasters. Absolutely love this cabinet. The cabinet is gorgeous, beautiful, new art. The monitor has some burn-in. Is what it is. These monitors typically do. I want to swap that out with another 19-inch CRT. One issue with this, though. While it looks great, looks beautiful, no sound, and the game does glitch after playing it for just a few minutes. It just maxes out your speed, and you just drive, and you have control, but at that speed, you're not going to really set any new high scores. I have a plan for this. Stay tuned to the channel. We're going to make this cabinet complete. But beyond the issue with the board, the cabinet is just super solid. Check out some of my videos on the channel about the Road Blasters. Love this cabinet. Another cabinet is my Dynamo HS5. It was a horizontal screen. I changed it to a vertical to run Raiden 2. Another childhood favorite of mine. This marquee, I had help from the community to custom design this. I had it printed by Game On Graphics, but the design itself I needed help with. The community stepped up and actually did some design work, helped me out get this exactly the way it looks now. It looks beautiful, gorgeous, lovely. I did design the custom bezel, the side art, the artwork for the bezel. That's right, yes, the monitor artwork, bezel artwork, whatever. I did this, and it adds a little bit of something because you got these big black bars on the side, and you got a vertical monitor. It's okay, nothing wrong with that, but I want to add something just a little bit custom. And no, I don't know what the words say. I'm sure it probably means something like keep out, or we'll be back soon, or it could be even profanity. No idea whatsoever. Custom control panel. Decal right here. Added some instructions right there. Player 1, Player 2, new controls and all that. Love this Dynamo HS5 shape, and love the game. So fun. One of my newer projects is the 4-slot Neo Geo Big Red, the MVS of all MVSs. Well, if you don't count the 6-slot, that was definitely something that I would love to play. I've never seen one in real life, just seen pictures. I'd love to see one and check it out. That would be the only thing that would ever maybe replace this, but I just love this shape and form factor. All completely redone. I have a bunch of videos on my channel about this. Everything's brand new. CRT with the stock tinted glass. It looks great. And the Game Select is working perfectly thanks to the LED marquee mod or kit that I got the good man overseas in the UK makes these. It was awesome. Check out the channel for more videos on that. This is one of those cabinets that's just never going to go away. Never going to go away. Maybe when I'm older than I am now, crippled, just riddled with disease, maybe then I'll sell it. But until then, that's just never going to happen. Love it. And once again, the games are World Heroes, Samurai Showdown 1, Metal Slug 1, and then Shock Troopers. And of course, I got a 160-in-1 board that I put in there from time to time, but it messes with the Game Select feature or function of the 4-slot board. So I like to keep stock boards in it, unless I just decide I want to play something else different. The Astro City, the second full-size cab I got when I got right back into the hobby, and it's a great one. Absolutely love it. Did just a few things to this. Swapped out the buttons. Some of the buttons were incorrect colors, so I got the right colors. All Sanwa, of course. Swapped out the speakers inside, but everything else was really just cleaning this thing up and making it what it is now. I do have a mismatched instruction panel, X-Men versus Street Fighter, and I've got an X-Men Children of the Atom board in it. No big deal. Fine. I got to get this swapped out, though, because the board that I had, the X-Men versus Street Fighter board, has a graphical issue, and I just can't have that. Not in this arcade, not in this cabinet specifically. So, but I absolutely love it. The only mod I've done to this, the alteration at all, of course, I had to keep the 100 yen sticker on there. I did add a coin-in button right there. So, really small, you can barely see it, but there it is. Gonna do a few more things to this, like I have a brand new JAMA harness I want to change out. That's gonna happen sooner rather than later. PlayStation's on display, PS1, 2, 3, that is the Metal Slug, PlayStation 3. Star Wars love all over the arcade. Some of my Force Unleashed characters. With this is a great gift from one of my nephews. Absolutely love this. This is where I'm building the Millennium Falcon, the fan home Millennium Falcon. I'm only on step like 3. Life gets in the way. But as you can see, I got a lot to do. A hell of a backlog for sure, but I can't wait to get the Millennium Falcon built. That's going to be awesome. Retro consoles right here. Nintendo 64, PlayStation 2, Genesis, and Dreamcast. And of course, a Toshiba CRT with the built-in DVD player and VCR. Just didn't get better than that, right? Up here, I got 2 of the TVs that are rocking some of my vintage VHS footage of MTV and some old, this is obviously my Starfighter, and that beautiful VHS blurry quality. PlayStation 30th Anniversary wireless controller, still in the box, love it. My PlayStation Portable collection, you got the PS Vitas, 1000 and 2000, PSPs ranging all the way down from 1000, 2000, 3000, the Big Boss edition. Love Metal Gear Solid. This is the PSP Street, only available in the UK, I think, Europe, and maybe even Russia, not sure. Never come to the States, but I had to get me one of those, and of course the PSP Go. Various toys from different mashups from back in the day. Oh, look at those goofy guys. Entire Alien vs. Predator figure collection. Big Alien vs. Predator fan. My mini New Wave Toys arcade. That's right. Got a few more additions coming in. Got the pinball on pre-order. I would love to have a little 1/6 scale pool table right here. It would absolutely fix it. It would be perfect. And yeah, who's that guy? Looks familiar. And looks like this is definitely his biggest fan. 19K Fox, if you can see that. Yep, that's for my wife. And I am her baby daddy. The last arcade one-up that I do have is the Golden Tee. This is the first XL that they ever came out with. In my opinion, the best XL they ever came out with. Marquee is not bad. I did add the chrome trim for the speakers. And of course, the monitor was absolute garbage. So I swapped it out. This is the second swapped monitor. So the first one I did was good. This one was even better. Had to do the other one. The other one died, sadly, but this is beautiful. 19-inch. I think it's an LED backlight. Absolutely gorgeous. But this is the first and only XL that I have from Arcade 1-Up now. I had all the other ones. I had Shack Jam and I had Pac-Man. Just didn't really do it for me. This absolutely does. Of course, like coin doors on the bottom. Outrun 2. Running the Outrun II SP ROM on the original hardware. This is beautiful, gorgeous. This was a Outrun II cabinet, and then the GD ROM, the actual disk drive itself inside, died. And so I tried to find another ROM, and that one also didn't work, so I was having trouble trying to find a good working ROM. I found a new Chihiro board. You know, this is the architecture of this particular game, and it had Outrun II SP on it, on the actual hard copy. It's not a hard drive in this game, but it's also not the CD, so it's built in. So I had to get that to eliminate the need for the GD ROM. Cabinet's in really good shape, and I did a lot of stuff. Added a few little custom touches. You know, this was obviously not custom, not stock, so I added that little decal there for start and view change. Added some stickers, some decals for gauges, and then replaced all the other parts with new old stock parts. Love this cabinet. Of course, one of the bigger things is the fact that I've swapped from the CRT with the burn-in to a Unico monitor, and it absolutely looks great. We'll come back to the one in the middle in just a second. Crazy Taxi. This thing was a wreck when I found it. Absolutely just nasty, destroyed, had to be completely blown apart. Every nut, every bolt, everything had to be redone, replaced with stainless hardware or reconditioned brackets, painted, everything. No side art on this bad boy though. Still trying to find somebody that can get me this image here. I don't want to put side art on it. That's just going to look way wonky and out of place. Stock monitor, stock marquee, I'm sorry. This was not lit from the back. The little 3 circles was not lit. I replaced I added a bar for up here, a light bar for the marquee, and a light bar for these 3 buttons, not buttons, circles. They're not really They're not really individual lights. They just have a lens behind them. And then this little octagonal grill was not on there also. I had to find some of that. But it was worth all the effort to make this thing look more like the deluxe version of the Crazy Taxi cabinet. The sidecar mounted coin door, coin assembly was all wrecked. So I decided just to get rid of it, make a custom box out of MDF, and then some custom decals, coin in buttons. Everything's been rebuilt, and away you go. Love this game, love the soundtrack, love the fact that the speakers are built in right here to the seat. Really gives you that surround sound feature. And of course, the last thing we're going to talk about, the biggest addition to the arcade, has been Star Wars Battle Pod. This is not the deluxe version. The deluxe version actually was a pod, a big circle you sat inside of. This is the 42-inch arcade LCD version. I love everything about this. I love everything about this. This is so cool. If you can only have one Star Wars arcade machine in your arcade, it's definitely going to be, this is the one to get if you can afford it. If you can find it, this is definitely the one you want to get. At about $5,600, if you can get it for less than $6,000, you're in pretty good shape. Not bad, but definitely something that gets a ton of play. Everybody gets in line to play this. Everybody loves it. Like, come on, it's Star Wars. How can you not love it? But anyway, there's just a quick look at the arcade for now in its current state. Arcade 1-Up is definitely not as heavily represented as it was in the past. This wall here is the blank slate that we'll add on to later. What will be coming next? Well, we've got some things already on their way. We've got some big plans, like I said, once again, for this blank slate over here. We've got some plans for that. Exciting things we're going to try. New products are coming out all the time. I can't wait to add this to the arcade. And I'm so grateful that everybody took the time to stop by, check out this video, and share it with me. If you have any questions about this stuff, any comments, leave those in the comment section below. Everybody, thanks so much for stopping by and checking out the channel. You have a blessed day, and I will see all of you next time.